What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another monthly update. In this update, we are talking about everything that happened in the month of April, what I've been doing, and the gaming news that happened. We got some big news to talk about. We're going to jump right into it. The first big thing that happened, GTA 6 got delayed. And I'm not going to lie, I saw this coming a mile away. This is not surprising. Rockstar is notoriously known for delaying their games and pushing them back just to make sure that they are fully complete before they release. The fact that they're announcing this delay so early is a good thing. I think people are taking the delay out of proportion. Besides that, there's not really too much gaming news. Xbox recently raised their price of their console and their games by $100 for the console and $10 for the games. So whether that's going to happen on PC and PlayStation is yet to be seen. We can only wait to see about that. I don't really talk about much Xbox news here. You know, I'm a PlayStation channel, so I don't really talk about the Xbox news, but kind of interesting to see them raise the prices on that, and I'm curious to see if there's going to be any backlash to it. I haven't really seen any so far. And the same for the Nintendo Switch sales. For as much as people were complaining about the Nintendo Switch sales, those things are selling out. I still have no interest in paying that much for a console. I don't play Nintendo enough. If you guys want to purchase it for that price, hey, go nuts. And now the platinum part of the video where we talk about what games I've been platinuming and what games I've been working on. Last update you guys saw, I was working on XCOM Enemy Unknown. So I'm still working on that game, but there's a lot of other games that I've been kind of finishing while I've been working on XCOM. In the meantime, though, I went back and replayed Marvel's Midnight Suns because I got that Marvel itch. And I went back and finally 100%ed all the DLC, got 100% on Midnight Suns, raised our percentage on that a little bit. And then also the Last of Us No Return and Part 1 DLC came out. So I went back and did all that DLC there, make sure I kept the 100% going. I also decided to platinum another MLB game, so that's like 3 MLB games straight that I've platinumed now. I guess I'm kind of making it a trend at this point. I just kind of enjoy playing MLB. It's kind of one of the only sports games that hasn't really kind of fallen down the tubes yet. And I still had a lot of fun with it. Nothing crazy on the platinum side of things. It was pretty fun, pretty easy. I'm waiting on Indiana Jones to stream it. I'm going to be streaming it next week. Didn't have any time to stream it this week. I was working with family and stuff and doing other things. But next week I will be streaming Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. It's going to be an absolute blast, and I can't wait to see what is in store for that game. I played about 10 minutes just to kind of get a feel of it. Had a lot of fun with it, so I'm going to stream it next week for you guys, so that one will be coming soon. Been working on a couple of off-brand games like Zuma. I think I've been working on the sequel as well. Bought Days Gone Remastered, working on that currently. So I'm super excited to... Let's get back to this. And then, I don't know if you guys remember me talking about the Esports Life Tycoon glitch back at the start of my channel. This was one of like the, it was my 100 Platinum video, I think, where I had 100 games and I put them all in a tier list. In that video, I kind of talked about the game Esports Life Tycoon a little bit. It's a fun game. It's a, you know, tycoon games. You just kind of sit there and build your city or your team or whatever it may be to the best capability that you can, and then you kind of watch them do the rest and hope for the best. But I did talk about a glitch on Esports Tycoon at that time called the Perfect Season, being that this game was so buggy that it wouldn't let you finish the season in time to get the trophy. And every time the game would reset, the challenge would fail, you'd have to restart, so on and so forth. Platinum wasn't necessarily unattainable, but there was a lot of hoops you had to jump through and just kind of hope for the best. And after about 7 or 8 days straight of trying and no success, I kind of just gave up on the game. Well, flashback to about 2 weeks ago, I was sitting in my room and I came across the game as I was going through my library looking at the games that I needed to go back and platinum. And I was like, huh. It's like, you know, I wonder if they fixed this. So I went to the game, downloaded it, and I thought more. I said, well, you know, I have a PS5 Pro now, so maybe that could make the game not crash as much, or at least not crash long enough for me to get the challenge done. And it did. I don't know if it was a PS5 Pro thing. I don't know if they fixed it. It looks like the game still crashes, but it looks like the good old PS5 Pro here allows it to last longer, which allowed me to get that trophy. And finally, get the platinum for Esports Life Tycoon. It is not going to be one of those games that sat at 97%. Been playing a turn-based game. It's called Chains of Freedom. It just recently came out. It's kind of like an alien apocalyptic zombie kind of game. It's a really fun turn-based game without the fear of permanent death, if you will. So when the character dies, you can revive them. If you don't revive them in time, essentially you fail the mission. You just have to restart the encounter. It's not like other turn-based games where if the character dies, they're dead for good. So that was kind of a little disappointing. But the rest of the game is fantastic. The story is actually really good. A lot of twists and turns. Won't spoil anything here, but I've only been playing this game for about 12 hours. I restarted on the hardest difficulty just to get one playthrough in. I don't really want to do multiple playthroughs on turn-based games if I don't have to. So I'm just going to run through this game on the hardest difficulty, get that trophy done, and 100% everything on the way. Seems like everything's pretty straightforward. The collectibles are in the open areas, so as long as you explore in this game, you should have no problem finding that one. Thankfully, I made up for it with my next game in Marvel Avengers. Finally, I think I announced that I was going to be doing the platinum for this game like a year and a half ago or something like that. It's been a long time coming for this platinum, guys, but finally, on Tuesday night, which was about 3 days before this video releases, I believe. Yeah, 3 days before this video releases, I finally got this platinum. And I gotta tell you guys, for all the hate that Avengers got from a company standpoint and an online standpoint, I had a lot of fun with this game. I had an absolute blast with this game. I never felt the grind really until I started grinding those 50 hives at the end. Once you do the same hive over and over and over and over again, and you got to do it all in 1 week before the reset, it gets kind of sweaty, I'm not gonna lie. Not only does it get sweaty, but it gets very tedious and very old very fast when you're doing the same mission over and over and over again. So that was the only crappy part about that trophy list. I plan on going back to the PS4 version before the servers shut down. I'm really concerned that the servers are going to shut down for this game soon. I just want to get these games out of the way because both these games got delisted from the store. I don't know when it happened, but you can't buy these games anymore. And usually when that happens, it usually means that the server shutdown is not far behind. So I want to get both those games platinumed soon as possible just because I had trophies for both of them. I earned them on both the PS4 and the PS5 version. So I got to get them both done just because they're on my trophy list. You guys know I hate platinuming games more than once, except for Kingdom Hearts and Last of Us. Those are my two exceptions. But I had to go back and do the Avengers game twice. But I am going to have to go back and do Avengers again because I need to get that PS4 done before the servers, I believe, eventually shut off. I could be wrong, and I hope I'm wrong because I kept that game downloaded. I plan on going back and just playing it to screw around from time to time, but I just got a bad feeling the servers aren't going to make it. I don't know. Just got a bad feeling. Alright, guys, and the last thing I need, of course, that I show you guys at the end of every month is how our PSN profile is looking. We're at 100. Actually, I don't even think this is updated. Hold on a second. Give me a second here. It'd be easier to do it on my phone. Where's the game meeting? 2000. All right, so, and as always, to end the video, we always check out our PSN profiles to see where we're at and see if we've, what progress we've made this month in terms of games that we started and finished and everything like that. So we added a couple new games, finished most of them, but the ones that we didn't finish, of course, Chains of Freedom, we did Days Gone Remastered, Indiana Jones Great Circle. Those games, of course, are still being worked on, and those are the games that were added. So we added 4 new games to the list, but we completed a good 7 or 8 games. So we're sitting above our 50% completion finally. I've been trying to get above 50% for a while. We're almost to 55 now. That's awesome. And it's kind of robbing me on some trophies here. I don't know where it's robbing me at exactly, but I'm sitting at 153 platinums, 886 golds, 2,000 silvers, and 5,860 bronzes. And right here, it's shortened me on 5 silver trophies and 13 bronze trophies. So I don't know if that's just the PlayStation being weird or what it is there. And I'm also at 8,889 or 99 trophies, which puts me one away from 8,900. The next game that I get a trophy for will be 8,900, which is crazy to think about in terms of how many trophies I have, but it seems probably minuscule to everybody that like grinds these games like 24/7. I'm trying to be one of those guys too, do the same stuff. Hopefully we get there one day with all the games that we complete as we get to our road to 1,000, sitting at 153 right now. Guys, and this was the last thing I want to show you guys before I forgot. This is our full road to 60 now. I did originally have it planned to be road to 50, but I added a few easy games on there, of course, with the remail and save room and stuff. So I had to add a few more games on there, so it ended up being 60 total. We're going to plan on getting them all done by December so I can make that video and have it out by the end of the year as a grand end of the year video. But so far, of course, we've done Lego Harry Potter, Planet Coaster, Grand Theft Auto, Vice City, Lego Star Wars 3, Lego Star Wars 2, Avengers, Remail, Save Room, Star Wars Demolition, Clone Wars, and of course, MLB The Show 24 Esports Life Tycoon. That was the surprising one for me. Star Wars Jedi Power Battles, Marvel Rivals, and of course, Split Fiction. This was also made before I was able to get the Thrillville and Nubla Platinum. So that makes it a total of 18 out of 60 games done in the first 4 months of the year. So not bad. We're getting there. We're just on par pretty much. We're actually 2 games under par right now, but I'm planning on finishing those 2 games today to put me at 20. So those games are going to be coming soon, and I just wanted to show you guys kind of where we're at on the road to 50, or excuse me, I just kind of wanted to show you guys where we're at on the road to 60. And without further ado, let's go close this video. But that's going to do it for today's April monthly update, guys. We'll see you guys at the end of next month for May. I'm working on some big videos. We're working on Kingdom Hearts, working on platinuming that whole franchise. Of course, still working on the Rockstar games. Unfortunately, that video had to get pushed back a little bit because of the GTA 6 delay. Want to get that video out just before GTA 5 ends, so be working on that, but I'm going to push that video back, unfortunately, which leaves room for other games to come into the mix, and it'll be fun. It'll be fun to stream those games. Of course, we're streaming Indiana Jones next week, so if you guys are interested, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you guys get notified every time a new video goes live on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching today, and if you made it to this part of the video, hey, remember, if you're not playing the game for the platinum, you're playing the game wrong.